Hey, how are you doing today? My name is Mirei. I'm a Japanese koto player. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm so happy to be able to participate Virtual Japan Week. Um, it's not easy to speak in front of camera, but I'll try my best. I'd like to talk about koto history and sheet music and construction of koto, and I'm going to play one song later on, so stay tuned. History of Koto. There's three remarkable eras. Number one, ancient times. Koto was invented between 300 BC to 250 AD, and it was just a simple box with 6 or 7 strings, and played by a blind female magical religious practitioner, which called shaman. And when she was enchanting or casting spell, she just made a noise and she used it as a tool, not really musical instrument. So there's no songs, no melodies. Number two, 7th century. This style of koto came out, but it's not open to the public, only for the imperial court people. They formed world oldest orchestra with other instruments, which is wind instruments and stringed instruments and percussions, and koto was one of them. They only played for imperial events. Number three, 17th century. It finally opened to the public, so everybody can get to play. And there's a very interesting fact, which was there was a government-oriented vocational training center for blind men, which called Todoza. It existed so many years, from 14th century to 19th century. So vocational training center gathered blind people and trained them as a acupuncturist, masseuse, and musicians. So becoming a koto player or teacher is one of them. And most of the famous koto player and koto teacher are all blind people. They practice really hard. So in koto business, there's a term for 1,000 times practice. I'm not talking about 100 times the practice today and 50 times tomorrow, 250 times the day after tomorrow. Not that way. 1,000 times straight with no food, no drinking, no sleeping. It was very harsh. Now, I'd like to speak about the sheet music. So since koto was handled by blind people, there's no sheet music back then. And then actual sheet music came out early 20th century. So students have to learn by heart, repeating after what teacher does. And then they use the onomatopoeia to speed up learning process, or maybe easy to understand. So here's the one of them. This called sha sha, and tsuru tsuru, and this one sararin. So they use the onomatopoeia and then move on to the next song. But it takes a long time to learn one song. All right, this is sheet music. And then how to read it from top to bottom, right to left. These Japanese kanji characters are the notes. See these? Unlike stuff notation, it's based on the string name, not the keys. I highlighted onomatopoeia part as orange, so these are all onomatopoeia. And new sheet music doesn't come with the columns. Next, construction of koto. Since this style of koto was imported from China, it's a symbol of dragon. Each part named after dragon parts. Like this part is head, and this part is tail, and this part is back, and these beautiful wood grains as scales. And bottom part is tummy. This is the tummy. And this part is a mouth. And then this part is tongues. And there's many different decorations on the tongues. And then maybe you can film the other one. And sometimes the fish and birds and flowers and scenery and you name it. So this is a mask. Cover up your mouth. All right, and this length is 6 feet, same as social distancing, people. And obviously made out of wood. What kind of wood? Which is paulownia tree. The common name is empress tree or foxglove tree. And the regular koto comes with 13 strings and 13 koto bridges. And these bridges are movable, so I can move like this and create any keys and play with the 3 koto picks like a banjo pick. There's a bass koto, which has 17 strings and heavier and bigger. That's about it. I like to take a question, but I can't, can I? So here's the 2 frequently asked questions. How much? How long? How much for the price of koto? Starting from $500 up to $100,000. And how long does it take to make koto? Actually, when I was doing a workshop at the elementary school, one of the students asked me, how long does it take to make a koto? And guess what? I had no idea, but I have to say something. So I said, probably maybe 5 to 6 months. Oh boy, I was so wrong. I found out it takes 2 years at least. That makes sense actually, because you have to go to the woods and cut the tree, and we have to make sure it completely gets dried. All right, if you have any other questions, feel free to email me at the Japanese Koto Club at gmail.com. Everything I talked about today, it's on my website, which is www.japanesekotoclub.com. And I also have Facebook account and YouTube account. Since all my live event was canceled due to COVID-19, I've been playing pop songs with Koto. So if you're interested in, check it out. Now I'm gonna play one song, and I was requested to play a very traditional one. So I'm gonna put my kimono on. Just one moment, please. Sarashi Futegoto, composed by a blind koto master, Mr. Michio Miyagi, in 1952. This is a koto duet, but I don't have my partner today with me, so I pre-recorded the other part, so I'm going to play along with my pre-recording. that's all, folks. Hopefully next time I can get to see you guys and give you a live performance and a hands-on experience like we did last year. Till then, keep social distancing and mask up and stay safe. Well, thanks for watching.